I could tell he was like, yeah, I could sell you one, but do you really want one? And I was like, well, yeah, that's why I'm asking. He's like, yeah, but it's kind of a weird thing to give people that don't tattoo something of this caliber. And you're going to just start fucking doodling on yourself. You know that, right? And I was like, yeah. Yeah! Hey, everybody! This is my kitty! My balls is totally moving, new and improving. How can we get back, girl? I got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a she's a fucking hoe! Yeah! All hail the king of the West! 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 King! Stupid. King of, my own lunchbox. But even that I like to share. So it makes no sense. To be king seems lonely. I'd like to have friends. I'd like to be a commoner and like hunt potatoes. That seems like a thing that I would like to do in the olden times. Speaking of olden times.
Can I talk yet?
We have an old friend, everybody. It's Rob Corddry in the house. He's huge. He drove here. I guarantee he has nothing to promote too. Dude's fucked in the head.
Yeah, what the fuck am I doing here?
I knew it. It's going to be, I don't know, fucking how are you? All right, I'm going to go. Are you doing anything? I mean, I know you're doing stuff. No.
No. I mean, I got stuff I can talk about, right. I guess, but no, not really.
Yeah, that's nothing. Cool.
Nobody set me up.
I love your car show. Very jealous. I cannot lie. Like used to be friends with Dax, and then now he's on a TV show with cars, and I'm like, I'm your friend. Yeah. I'm like, oh, why don't you fire that other guy and have me there, and then we can be fucking besties again.
You could easily be on this show. Yeah, if one of us dies.
Right, I could kill one of you then.
You did well.
If one of you were to mysteriously disappear off the Hermosa Pier.
Yeah, it would be the perfect crime.
Right.
Yeah, I think, you'd be great for the show, right? You know about cars and stuff.
I love them like a child too. Whoa, it's got the thing with the thing on it. No, can I drive it? I'm that guy.
That's the whole thing. The whole show is like being like a child looking at steam shovels and dump trucks.
Yeah.
And then also the other part is being in the car and fiddling with buttons and not knowing how to work anything.
So
this
fun.
Car you've never driven.
Because you're on TV, and if you press the wrong button, you're not going to get in trouble.
Is the seat heater on?
Yeah.
How the fuck do I,
Is that kind of your job on there? Like, are you? Because I know Dax really knows a lot about cars, and he actually raced at one point. Lamborghini sponsored him.
Yeah.
He quit because he's such a committed father and husband. I believe him. I can't race all the time. What am I doing? I'm not around my kids. And I was like, I'm a dad. I love my kids, but I'm sorry, kids. If Lamborghini said, hey, can you race this weekend? Fuck yeah, I can. Sorry. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
You can always make more.
I don't know. I don't know anything about his race history, but
sounded cool.
Yeah, he grew up in Detroit. Like he's like the sort of gearhead of the group. And Jethro, the other dude, is the sort of car encyclopedia.
Oh.
He's
important to have there.
British journalist, knows everything about anything.
You can't kill him.
Yep.
I'll have to kill you.
Laughs at all our choices because they're dumb.
Right.
And I'm sort of the enthusiast. Like sort of almost like you, but I think you probably have more experience driving than I do. Like
probably.
Yeah.
You race cars?
Well, now I do.
Right, but before that?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you like fucking fast cars.
Yeah.
I saw your car in the parking. That thing is sick.
Yeah.
You know
great.
What's up.
I love cars. And,
excellent choice, I might say.
Thank you.
That thing there's many of those, but that one, nice work.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's a lovely car.
And I'm just sort of like the kid that's out of his element. a little bit. You know, the enthusiast, the guy
So-
at home.
Probably more exciting for you than the other guys because
Probably.
they've probably seen a little bit more of, and you're like, whoa, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, and I have the freedom to go, I don't know what the
Right.
fuck
You
this
don't have
is.
to-
What
you-
is that?
Yeah, you're allowed to just say
Yeah.
flat out, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, when Jethro drives up in a Lancia, and I can just be like, tell me.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea what that is.
I do stuff with the Hoonigans. This Ken Block has like a clothing line, and he has like a team, the Hoonigans. They have a big factory, and they build and produce all kinds of race cars, make insane cars with, you know, like toy cars, but they're real ones. They can make anything, and they're real engine heads.
Oh, wow.
And every now and then they ask me to be a host with them because they're like, yeah, Jace, we know him from skateboarding and he's a part of the family. So every now and then we just have Jason on. And sometimes they go, you know, they'll bring a guy that brings his car, and this guy, his whole life has been put in this car. It's not a Ferrari. It's like a fucking Toyota, but he's made it worth more than a Ferrari. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, really
Yeah.
crazy cars that I don't understand. You know, like they're like, man, I see you got the so-and-so, and I go, is that box right there? And they go, that box. I'm like, that is this box. They're like, wow, what the fuck are you here for? Because I love driving, but I am definitely not a
Yeah.
mechanic at all. When I race cars, people used to gather around and watch me change a wheel because they were like, hey, look at this guy changing a tire. Like
That's funny.
and he's racing. That's how bad. Yeah, I was very bad.
Yeah,
It's like watching a monkey smoke.
Yes, very similar.
The more I get into cars, the more I want to know about that stuff.
Right,
But
'cause
it's still like
a
something
lot.
I should have done years ago. And so it's all catch up. I just know I bought a model, you know, like a little like a glue die cast
Yeah, that sounds
scale
insanely
model
bad.
of an engine.
Whoa!
Just to see how an engine works.
Is this for the show? You were like, you know what? I'm going to get a little
This is on my own. And
free time.
free time. Yeah.
That is a nail.
But I could sort of count it as like research. You know?
Yeah.
And I learned nothing.
Oh.
I learned nothing from
that
it.
was-
Really.
I totally thought you were going to say something
No.
completely different. You
No,
learned
no.
absolutely nothing from it.
I guess I mean, stuff I already knew I
There's
saw
a-
in practice.
There's a
but-
couple of, you know, you got your axles. And if you know how to take an axle off and you know how to put a wheel on an axle, and then, you know, there's like a couple of basic ones where,
Yeah.
you know, obviously every car is different, but once you get one or two of them, that part you can understand. But all the new stuff in engines, I don't.
No. I
get it.
bet though. So
I know what an intake is.
a
Like
very basic engine. I bet you and I, with our collective knowledge and enthusiasm, could put together a shitty car and drive it. 10
Wait,
feet.
Oh, yeah.
here's the test in the real world. If you two were members of the A team and you had been captured by
Yeah.
the bad guys that you were trying to take in,
This is
and
the real world test.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yes, and they
I mean,
and
all right,
rather
man.
than killing you
Yeah.
immediately, they decided to do that later and just imprisoned you for
like
a
they
little
do
while
in the A team. Yeah.
inside of like a large shed or warehouse that happened to have lots of like metal things around.
Things that I could cut my. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. That you could weld and some welding equipment, masks, safety first, and all that.
You were just gonna say cut your fingers off or
Cut
something.
my
weren't you?
finger. Yeah, or wait. I don't know.
Do you think within
Just saying I could
within
get
2
hurt.
hours you guys come blowing out of there,
Or
and drive right through a wall, guns blazing,
Or Rob
with this,
bleeds out from
That's
like
right.
trying to operate a scissors or something.
That's
I don't
right.
with this tank/school bus that you've constructed
Yeah.
in there?
shooting? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Do we
that
do we
arrogant.
have a car to start with, or is it just
Yeah.
all?
Yeah.
cars
But
flying
it's
around?
it's up on blocks. It's underneath a tarp.
Ooh.
Oh, you don't want to use that
So they-
thing.
wait, they've
That thing hasn't run in
imprisoned us
years,
in a garage.
Yeah.
as they did on more than half of the episodes of the A team.
Because it's cheap. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
We
you're
can get
in.
out. We can get out. I mean, give us like, how long are they going to imprison us?
Yeah, I
'Cause
need a
I'm
couple
gonna
of
need about-
days. And is there food and
I was
water?
going to say like maybe 3 weeks.
Oh.
2.5, 3
I'll,
weeks.
I'll give you.
Wait, wait, what are we doing? We can't go anywhere else to
We
work
don't
or
know
anything.
what the fuck we're doing.
I know, but what
really.
kind of a break are you taking every day? If it's 3 weeks, if you just lived in the
I like
garage,
leisure time is important if you're going to
I'm
work.
going to be working late night while you're sleeping on the ground.
I give you guys 12 hours and a box of Little Debbie's
Oh, wait, that's a candy or something?
snacks.
Oh, I fucking kill on that. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm at my
All I
best.
need is all I need is a box full of candy, and I can pretty much accomplish anything. So yeah, I can get wheels on. If the engine has to go back in, if the engine's out, I don't want to make it up. I don't think I can do it.
I think we can put on the block. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I know you drop it
in a very basic way. You know.
What about this? Enough to drive it away from the area, but after about 2 or 3 miles, it stops.
All we have to do is
counts.
drive it out of the garage through their hideout where they're plotting on where else to.
Can you weld?
Yeah, how hard is that? I guess I could
Right.
weld.
You said and then you said how hard is that? So that tells me that you've never done it?
No, but come on.
I watched some spot
Where there's a will, there's a
I can weld. Look at me. I can weld.
You know what? I think we could do it because I know that those
Talk
guys
a
would be
big
like,
weld game, Corddry.
we'd weld it, and then some welding guys would go, man, what a shit job. And I'd be like, it fucking worked. It got us out of there. Right. Yeah, okay. Then, I believe
Put
it.
down the thing.
Yeah, no, helmet's good.
And just turn on the thing.
But don't you have to use some other element that you
got
put in there?
another thing that you melt.
Yeah, so you melt that with the torch into the bracket.
Yeah, see, people make welding sound like this career.
Which is ridiculous. I know.
Bunch of elitists.
I know several people that do that for a living, so they say. But yeah.
There's like a little sparkler that hangs off the end of it, right?
What?
Doesn't it look like a sparkler, the thing you hold? It
Are you
plugs
talking
in
about... Yeah.
to the handle,
Yeah.
and that melts and makes the seal, right?
The
fusion.
sparkler.
Yeah. It looks like a sparkler.
No,
I know.
I don't reckon
it
it
isn't.
does. We're going to disagree on the sparkler.
yeah.
That's the bit that we're disagreeing on. The rest maybe, but a welding torch. I hope I'm saying it right. But I'm getting DMs for this, guarantee. You fucking know it. It's called a fucking dickhead. So
I really hope it's called a sparkler.
it's not a sparkler,
It's not a
but there's
sparkler.
got to
If that's
be
the metal you're
'cause
melting.
I've welded. I haven't. I've done
Good point. That's right.
Yeah.
I've done some integrated circuit work.
Go ahead.
When I was a youngster, I used to fuse resistors to the circuit board because I worked at Ellis.
Same thing.
It's the same thing, but on a bigger scale,
It's
which
the
would make
same
it even
thing.
easier.
He did it for fucking Ellis-tronics.
Right. So,
Look, I have no idea what I mean. My girlfriend got a flat tire, and I drove out and fixed it, and I drove away feeling like I had 5 dicks. That's like where I max
five
out
dicks
on.
good?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm a man.
I felt uncomfortable and deformed.
Yeah. I'd be like,
Like a bunch
Oh my
of
God.
Chiquita bananas. I'm picturing.
how many girls out there would continue to go with the flow if it turned out you had 5 dicks?
I mean, if they're spaced out, I feel like you're in good shape.
Katie, I just realized.
The dicks are spaced out of the chicks.
Katie, you're a girl. If you ever hooked up with somebody that had more than one penis,
No,
would you be down if they pulled it out and they had 5 penises?
I would be overwhelmed, and I would go for it.
It'd be
You're not using the
fascinating.
camera, Katie, and I
I know. I was
appreciate
looking
that.
up welding material.
This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online service that you can reach out and get some help. Like, for instance, me. Sometimes I need to talk to people. Some people say that talking to people is weak or something. Well, I say I'm happy because I reach out to people and help them figure out what's going on in my dark head sometimes. They're very helpful, very important. So you can go on with your day and live a happy life with your family.
There's like 2 kinds of people in the world. There's people who they need some help and they know they need some help. And then there's people who think they don't need help and they're lying to themselves. That in and of itself is a cry for help, thinking that you don't need help.
Yeah, you're in denial.
That's right. And they can help you with that.
They can.
So many people have been using BetterHelp. They are recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. So come one, come all, get your brain set right. We have a special offer for Jason Ellis Show listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Ellis. That's betterhelp.com/Ellis.
If you go to betterhelp.com/reviews, you can see all the reviews of people and how pleasant they are with this business. So it's proof, baby. Liquid Death, everybody. It's water. It's not beer. It's not an energy drink, and it's recyclable. It's the future of all drinking water. Do you like water? Do you enjoy water? Do you feel like you need water? I've heard that it's pretty necessary. Why not consume it this way in this metal ass can? And they got a great team They're all about like helping the environment and the music scene and comedians. You see it on everybody's podcast table. It's the future of drinking water. And they got 3 new flavors. They got mango. What's it called, baby?
I don't remember.
Oh, mango chainsaw.
Yeah, mango chainsaw. And they got lime. Dang it.
Chainsaw.
No. And then
No,
they got
no.
berry as well. So it's bubble water with a hint of juice. All natural, good water. It's top stuff.
That's right. Your body is made out of 99.9% water. That's a medical fact. Shouldn't you be made out of liquid death? You can get free shipping on all your water and merch at liquiddeath.com/Ellis. That's
Sick hoodies.
liquiddeath.com/Ellis. Or just grab some next time you stop by Whole Foods, Sprouts, or 7-Eleven.
Murder your thirst.
So you say sparkler. I'm picturing more like, that thing that the dentist puts in your mouth that sprays water?
Yeah.
Like that, only with fire. That's welding.
Oh my God.
That's exactly right.
You two should headbutt each
No,
other
that's
until you die.
exactly. That's closer than
It
what
is
Kraft
got
said.
then sparkler? Yes.
Okay, if you locked me and Tully in a garage.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
We couldn't come out with like a fucking slingshot and a unicycle.
Do you honestly
No.
think if you guys were in a garage for a couple of days and there was a bicycle in pieces,
Till the end of my days.
you don't think you could put a
A
bicycle
bike?
together?
Yeah, you could.
You overestimate me, Rob
But
Corddry.
dude, those guys changing tires is not a thing that they don't
Huh.
change wheels. They
But
both did not know how to put a boat in the ocean.
Huh.
No, I don't know
Wait.
how to do that. I can change a
Well,
tire.
yeah, but look, I've never personally put a boat in the ocean.
Okay, but how
hard
would
is
you
it?
how would you do it? Tell us how you
You're
would
on
do
a
it.
trailer, right?
Yeah.
It's on the trailer,
Yep.
and you back the trailer down into the ramp
Yep.
until the boat is like
Yep.
probably I'd figure this part out, half submerged.
These guys never got to the trailer or the backing. They did not know
Oh.
that there was a ramp that you put a boat in. And I thought, how much do you ignore of life? I mean, how many times have you seen a video or a funny video of a guy backing it in incorrectly and his car goes under? Like, did that not give you a hint that that's where they put the boats in? Another guy that used to work for the show said that you just push it off the cliff
Just push it off
into the
dock.
water. Yeah.
Sure, the cliff.
I think he might have said that.
You guys probably just haven't done that one thing that gives you the confidence that makes you think. Realize you can do anything.
I used to be okay with that, but these days I just feel like the internet shows you everything. Like I've never hunted deer, but I kind of got a pretty good idea how you do it now because
Sure.
I've seen so many videos of hunters.
Yeah.
They got all their shit on. They're in a fucking tent or whatever. I mean, they're in their little house things hiding. And
No,
from
deer, I think I've got a chance. If I can figure out how to operate the gun, just douse myself in urine, then I wait.
No, just
Yep, that's
piss
exact-
on yourself and wait for the deer.
You got it
There
right. You got it right.
Yeah, you'll end up with tons of deer for sure with that one.
Venison for all my friends.
Just piss all over yourself.
We don't do this anymore, but I married a Jew.
Nice.
So we do Sukkot. We did Sukkot back when the kids were really little. Go ahead.
What's the coat?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's a holiday.
It's a little bit heavier than a jacket.
There's a holiday every other week.
okay.
And
Well,
they're
that's
not-
cool.
My wife's not like very religious or anything. It was just something for the kids, you
Yeah.
know. But the thing that's cool about Sukkot is that you're supposed to build a sukkah in your backyard. It's supposed to be made out of wood, and the roof is supposed to be natural.
Ooh.
So I went crazy on this. I'd never built a structure in my life, but I was able to build this, 10 by 12 sukkah and roof it. And it was pretty easy. And it's basic. Like you couldn't, if the four of us sat there and wiggled it for a while, it would probably fall apart. But it gave me the confidence to realize like, oh, I can figure it. I can figure something.
You can build stuff
Yeah, I could build stuff
like a man.
like a man does.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what I was told. If you can build
That's-
stuff, you're a man.
What?
And if you can't, you're not.
That's right.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
If you
It's
don't pay
unspoken.
taxes, you're not a man. If you don't make that pussy pop, you're not a man.
It's
Well,
three
then
things.
Wesley
That's the-
Snipes is like 1/3 a man by our current
Yeah.
criteria.
Yeah. Wait, didn't he end up paying for it?
If they put you in jail to make you pay your taxes, you didn't really pay your taxes.
No.
Really?
I guess. Yeah, but then you've been to jail, so you're a man.
Oh,
Depends
yeah.
on what happened in
Oh.
jail.
Wait, you can get butt fucked in jail and still be a man.
I think it depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the rules. I think there's different rules. I think you can still be a man.
I think you can,
yeah.
but I think that they can take your manhood away from you.
You're
Yeah, they
definitely
can.
a man
You're
if
right.
you butt fuck people in jail, which is confusing, but still. I believe if you are the guy that's butt fucking everybody in prison, whether they like it or not, you're a man. Kinda. I mean, we are disgusting, and that is man. So,
Yeah.
in that he's living up to it by doing that. You know.
Any projects, Rob?
Nope.
Well, then back to butt rape. I don't have another way out of this.
Have you been are you letting your daughter tattoo you? Is that what I've been seeing on your Instagram?
Yeah, I got another one.
What?
I showed you guys the one that my 7-year-old did way back when. And it's like this shitty, look, it's this shitty, I mean, I say shitty, it's adorable. Nobody can tell. What do you guys think it is?
A rhino?
A rhino?
Oh, it's a truck. Sorry.
A truck!
I think it's
Yeah.
a ghost getting hit by a truck.
Oh, wait, no. It's a hippopotamus. Or an apheland.
Go ahead, Tully.
It's a sperm humping a backboard.
Those are
echidna.
some of the more unique answers I've gotten. But no, it's a hedgehog.
Oh, I said it. I just said echidna, which is a hedgehog.
What?
Echidna is a porcupine.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, that was close
Yeah,
then.
thank you.
And she's really embarrassed about it now. But then
What?
my oldest one wanted to do one forever, and she couldn't find something to do. And she's really into anime, and she found this symbol that she wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. And
It's not a swastika.
and then
is
I
it?
looked at the symbol closer, and it was like kind of a circular swastika looking thing. I was like,
Oh.
wait, look at this again. And so then she was all bummed out, decided to wait, and now they finally had an idea, and we did it just the other day, and it's a mushroom ghost.
A mushroom ghost.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty.
pretty
is
good
cool.
too, right?
Yeah. Do you have equipment at your house?
No, my friend is a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
So, but he's got one of those like portable guns. They don't
Yes.
have wires anymore.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You just need that and a sparkler.
That's a bad idea for me. I thought about buying it a couple
Me
times.
too.
Katie and I have already stick and poked each other. Well, no, sorry. She stick and poked me because
Yeah.
you don't want to. I did tattoo her once. Sorry. When I asked her to marry me, I tattooed, "Will you marry me?" on the side of her leg. She said yes. So it was a good move.
Yeah.
But I've thought about getting that. And I even had a tattoo friend at one point where I was like, hey, man, I'm thinking about getting, one of those, like, because he actually sold custom ones. He passed away. Really cool guy. Norm. Shout out to Norm. But he, I could tell he was like, yeah, I could sell you one, but do you really want one? And I was like, well, yeah, that's why I'm asking. He's like, yeah, but it's kind of a weird thing to give people that don't tattoo something of this caliber. And
Yeah.
you're going to just start fucking doodling on yourself. You know that, right? And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Because this top leg area, sky's the limit. Like anybody can do anything.
Oh, and it's the easiest place for you to do it.
Right, and it's a perfect spot to
Yeah.
do stuff. And I'd like to fill in little gaps, and instead of making appointments, I'd be like, why don't I just fill in the gap with like some twirly things? Because in the end, I just want,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I got one of those stick and poke kits during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it just sat around forever. I was afraid to do it. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. And it turned out it expired. The ink expires. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
I threw it away.
Well, Katie bought one not so long ago, and my daughter got a hold of it. And
Oh, no.
Oh,
It
Wait.
wasn't mine that she got a hold
Oh,
of.
sorry.
Somebody bought her own kit off Amazon for
Yeah.
her birthday.
so she asked
16.
me, she also asked me not to talk about her, but she's 16, and I said you can get a tattoo early,
uh-huh.
but it's going to be from my guy, and we're going to talk about what it is you're going to get. And if it's
Yeah.
ridiculous, I'm going to say no, because I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for 30-year-old you.
Yes.
When you look down, you go, why did my dad let me do that? Like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to avoid that. So she goes, okay, cool. And then stick and poked herself on the back of her ankle. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we had a deal.
Yeah.
And so I took her to get the lasered off or whatever, but it wasn't that. She did a skull, like a little itty bitty skull, and then a 50 for our dog that passed away. And they were kind of for doing it yourself. They weren't that bad, but the laser thing is so stupid. How long you go and how much. I really believe it's a scam. I would love to hear from actual laser people. Are you guys lying when you do the, it's you got to come see us 9 times? Could you or could you not really hammer it and do it in 1 or 2? Because I feel like watching them,
Totally.
it's like, sit. And she goes, okay, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm like, wait, what the fuck was that? Give me that thing. I'll get it off.
Yeah, my wife got it done. My wife had one removed, and it took her, they were like, 9 visits or something. After 2 years or so, she just gave up. She was like, I'll just have this messy blur on my
We've
back.
been so many times now that I took her to my tattooist and they go, wow, those tattoos are actually pretty good. And I was like, hey, dude, like, don't say that. And we got to talking, and I was like, I'm a bad dad. I'm a divorced dad who tries to keep I want to make things good.
I mean, you could do worse than letting a 16-year-old get a tattoo.
Well, I'm going to, for her 17th birthday, I'm going to let her get those pieces of shit covered with something that I think is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm like, or we can just keep going to this place for like the next couple of years to get, it's such a scam.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned, because my 15-year-old wants a tattoo.
Yeah, it sounds like the age. That's the age.
And we just said no.
Yeah,
fair. Because, there's nothing you can get now that you're gonna appreciate later on.
Did she have any like suggestions? Like, this is what I want, or just
No.
any tattoo will do?
What would you have got when you were 15? What if it's just like a band or something?
It would have been so fucking stupid. No, it would have been like the Tasmanian devil or the fucking fighting Irish dude. Something I didn't give a shit about.
Do you think
that
there's a
everybody else
difference
had.
between 15 and 18?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, do you think if an 18-year-old gets a
I
tattoo,
think,
they won't regret it?
Maybe not. But I think at 18, it's up to them anyway.
Right.
That's their choice.
Yeah, I was never that rebellious. Like, you couldn't get them, so I didn't get them. And then
No,
when I was
I
of
didn't even
age,
think about it.
yeah, me neither. Like, and I didn't have any friends who were like, "Dude, I'll hook you up."
Yeah.
I wasn't hanging out with that seedy of a
Yeah.
crowd.
You know what's funny? When I was 15, I had an Ibanez hair metal guitar,
Yeah.
and I took it down to the mall in Secaucus, New Jersey, and had the guy airbrush on a Tasmanian devil
Yep.
holding a beer mug, giving the finger.
You ruined that guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, that's
This is the
disgusting.
best.
It's ridiculous, right? And then
The
like,
worst.
8 months later, I scratched it off with a pick.
Yeah.
Right. Which you can't do with the tattoo.
No.
You're absolutely
Well,
right.
if you-
That's if you're spending enough time in a Russian prison, I guess you can.
I was gonna say, a friend of mine went to Czech prison, and when he was in prison, he didn't like one of his tattoos, so he used acid and sandpaper, and he said that it hurt too much to get it all off, so he only like half of it was still there. That was his story. He also said that it wasn't that bad in prison. He only had to suck the dick. He didn't get butt fucked.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he told me that.
Now that's a man.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's how I was. I remember thinking, wow, I'm scared to be a real man. That
you,
sounds
man.
challenging. I was working on my parents' house with another friend of mine. So we were both about 17 or something. And when that guy said that, we both looked at each other and didn't say anything because we waited until the day was over. And then we got by ourselves and we were like, did you fucking hear that? And he's like, I know. He said he fucking sucked dicks. That's how scared he was. It was so many levels above where he scared me just by saying that sentence. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know how you're alive. You're so tough. It's insane. Who just casually sucks dicks? Who knew that I was going to casually suck dicks? I had no idea how tough I was.
I mean, if you're forced to suck a dick in a Czech prison, the move is to try and do as good a job as possible to get it over with, right?
I don't know if
Are you worried that if you suck his dick too good, he's going to make you suck it more?
Do you really think that you could run that through your head before you suck the guy's dick that was about to bash you for not sucking it?
Yeah.
I would just suck it.
Yeah, just suck it.
I don't think I'd be like, man, am I doing a good job or a bad job?
I would think about all that afterward. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, I should have done a bad job.
Yeah, because you're kind of in the middle
Next
of
time, don't work the balls.
he keeps coming back.
Because I really got into it. really gave it my all.
The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. That's what they say in yoga class.
Yeah,
Because if you make it toothy, he might not ask you to suck his dick
if
again.
you make it toothy,
but-
he might punch you in the
Yeah, he's
head.
gonna
You might get hit with a brick.
Well, not intentionally, not like chewing on his dick, But if you like get a few grazes in on purpose from
What
time
makes
to time,
you think that you'd be a dick grazer when you blow people?
because I've
It's
gotten
not
my
that
dick sucked
difficult.
before, and there's been some teeth grazing.
Yeah, well, I don't know who you're hanging out with, but maybe when you're real young and you've never sucked a dick, but I suck dicks all the time. If you can't suck a dick, there's something wrong with you. And it's not that difficult. Like, don't run your teeth on it. Like, duh. How's that even?
I've never sucked a dick, but
Oh.
I've had the teeth thing happen to me.
Was young guy though, right? Or no?
No,
I mean, you were young.
I was a young guy. Yeah.
Tried to booby trap you.
Yeah.
And how old was he?
No, he was. No.
It was in a Czech prison.
No, he was an uncle. He was an uncle. But I can't imagine. I don't know what you'd. I guess you just figure it out, right? I'd want to do my best.
I don't understand why you would suck a dick and try to be bad.
Well, because I mean, if like the better you suck his dick, the
Yeah.
sooner he comes, the shorter amount of time you have to suck dick. But he might come back to you, be like, "Wow, that guy, he nearly sucked my dick right off of my body. I'm going back to him."
I think you say like you should just apologize during the dick sucking. Like, I'm so sorry. I just not.
What about
I've been
this?
told I'm not good at this.
What about if he just plans on making you suck it for the rest of your time in prison, and because you sucked it so good, he's actually quite friendly with you. Like, he doesn't threaten you or punch you. He's like, "Hey,
Oh, it's the beginning of a
dick
friendship.
sucking time.
Hey, I got a boner.
I'm in prison for I don't know how many years, and I got to blow this guy that's going to kill me."
Yeah.
And now he starts to like me because I blow him so good.
Well, not just like you. Wouldn't there often be some sort of protection implicit in
And
this
then he would
relationship?
protect me from other cocksuckers.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because you don't want to suck more than one dick in prison.
It would suck if
You
he,
don't want to get a reputation.
if he highly recommended you to everybody else in prison. That'd be a bummer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
your Yelp reviews are just on fire.
Yeah, man. Athletic Greens, AG1. We've talked about it before, and we're going to talk about it again. It's a powder that you put in your water, and it's got all kinds of minerals and vitamins and all this stuff to make you healthy, get your gut working good so that it can digest food, so you can get on with your day, kick some ass.
That's right. One tasty scoop of AG1 contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more in one convenient daily serving. The special blend of high-quality, bioavailable ingredients in a scoop of AG1 work together to fill the nutritional gaps in your diet, support energy and focus, aid with gut health and digestion, be good to your gut, people, and support a healthy immune system, effectively replacing multiple products or pills with one healthy, and might I add, delicious drink to make it easy for you to get in on this hot, sweet AG1 action.
Power
Athletic
shits.
Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D, a whole year's worth. I can't even wait to see how big this satchel of vitamin D is going to be. Plus, 5 free travel packs, all with your first purchase if you visit athleticgreens.com/JES. You got the offer code? Write it down. Commit it to memory. athleticgreens/JES. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/JES to take control of your health and give AG1 a try.
Thanks, AG1.
We here at the Jay Snella Show are happy to tell you about Good Chop. Good Chop. What is Good Chop? I'll tell you, you silly goose. It is America's online butcher shop. They send you good cuts of meat. It's a monthly subscription plan, and it all gets sent to you, safely packaged with dry ice, gets to you safe, and it is only the best stuff. I tried out some of their bacon this weekend, some of their scallops. Insanely good.
I ate their bacon. That's all I'm going to say. It's true. I did it.
I'll take it from here, you silly geese.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like Christmas at our house when this box showed up.
Oh, yeah.
We had so much fun unpacking all of it, but that's only half the battle. I'm not going to name names, but there's some other companies out there that'll ship you meat in a big box with some ice. And it's so, you look and go, oh, this is going to be so good. And then you eat it and you're like, this is so bad. Why did my poor parents spend so much money to send me this garbage in the mail? So not the case with Good Chop. The bacon is like a whole other level. Let me see. We've had the chicken. That was delicious. The pork chops were great. I can't wait to work my way through the rest of this box. It is really, really solid stuff and surprisingly reasonable, especially when you use our offer code.
Yeah, it's a good one. Check it out. Go to goodchop.com/Ellis100. Use the code Ellis100 and get $100 off your first 3 boxes, everybody. This is a deal.
Dude, I got a free box, and I'm going to use this code and go get more.
Good Chop, America's online butcher.
This guy sucked my soul out. Then there's just like a line behind him. The
It's a good
entire
sell.
Czech prison.
It's like a football movie that you did most recently, Rob.
Yeah.
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 How was that for you?
It's not out yet, but it's good. It was good. It was it's a drama movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something I've never really done too much of. And it was fun.
You play a coach?
Yeah. I played a coach, played like a mean coach.
I
Did you
forget.
coach for your kids? Did you ever do
no,
that?
my coach don't, my kids don't like sports. They don't really play sports.
What about when they were little and they were forced to?
No, I didn't force them to.
You didn't so your
No.
kids never played the little people soccer and all that
No.
shit?
No. Nope. Yeah, no.
So you never had to be a ref or any of that
I forced
stuff?
them to like play princess and make believe, and I was teaching them yes and like improv rules as young kids, because when they make believe, it used to piss me off because they'd be like, okay, I'm a wolf, okay,
Nice.
and you're a potato hunter,
Yeah.
and she's like, no,
I would watch
I'm
that.
not a potato hunter. I'm a skateboarder.
Nice.
And I'm like, all right, stop, guys. You just got to say yes to that. If she makes you a potato hunter, you fucking potato hunter.
Yeah.
And see what happens from there. So is that coaching?
Del Close for children?
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that's family coaching. I can't
It was
hold,
sort of like just an obsession. I was like, God, Pete, they're so bad at pretending.
I can't hold pads for my wife. I mean, I do sometimes and we've got a little bit better, but she's my wife, so she doesn't like me telling her to do anything. So
Yeah.
if I'm like, no, do it like that, she's like, I am. What do you have to tell me? And I'm like, this is not how coaches operate. You can't argue with coach. You have to just go.
Yeah.
Same with my daughter. Come on, let's hit some pads. And she's like, I don't want to. I'm like, come on, a little bit of effort. I don't want to do any effort. This is so stupid. Can I go now?
Do your kids play sports?
My son does. My daughter completely, she has no interest in it whatsoever. You know, we got her in kids soccer. She was in soccer, and several times I would watch her and she'd be in the field looking at the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be on the side, be like, hey! The game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she doesn't care, but
Yeah.
my Tiger's all about it. He
Not
plays
into it.
soccer. He has a coach that he meets on the days off where he practices to sharpen his shit
Oh, wow.
one-on-one. And now he's heavily into skateboarding, which is awesome.
Oh, that's
He like
cool.
sends me videos of him learning tricks every day, and we go to barracks now and skate together. So
Oh, that's
I never thought of that, because at one point he tried it and he was like, yeah, I don't really like it.
because you didn't push it on him. You
Fuck
were just
no.
like he just fell into it. That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I was like, if you want to do anything, I will help you do it 100%. But if you don't have interest, I love skateboarding. Nobody told me to love skateboarding. I never understood that you're going to force me to love this thing. Like Andre Agassi,
Right.
I didn't read the book, but Tully did. So I know enough to know that he didn't want to be a pro tennis player. His parents forced it on him.
Yeah, a lot of
And he fucking hated it his whole
that's-
career.
That's big in tennis. Like people,
It's like
a lot
you-
of people have never wanted to do it.
Your parents want you to be a rich, successful athlete, and I find that you want to be happy,
Yeah.
you want to be content with your life, and if you want to help your kids achieve that, you don't make them go to soccer practice when they go, Dad, I hate soccer.
Yeah.
You finish a season. If I hate it, then you don't have to do it, but you have to. If you said you were going to sign up from one to the other, do the whole season. At the end of the season, if you're like, I hate soccer, then we're done. We don't have to do
Yeah.
this anymore.
I played baseball when I was a kid, but only because I thought my dad wanted me to play baseball. I didn't really enjoy it. I was afraid of it.
How long did you keep that going?
Oh, man, 3rd to about 6th or 7th grade.
A long
I
time.
guess. Yeah, quite a long time.
In the end, were you going to the game dreading it?
Yep.
Fuck.
A lot of
And
times. A lot of times I would beg not to go.
Oh,
I just
and he's like, nope, you made a commitment.
yeah, well that he was right about that.
Yeah, because you're right.
You know, he's right about that. But
not next season.
then I told him
precisely.
I told him later on that I thought he wanted me to play baseball, and he was like, "Where did you get that?
Oh,
What did I ever say?
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. You did stuff like I
think it's a good idea to get kids into stuff like that, just because phones are so powerful now. If you don't make them at least attempt a couple of things,
yeah.
because I can tell my daughter's into the phone, you know,
Yeah.
and her friends, and it's too late for, you know, this some sport to catch her and be like, yeah, I'm super into that. She's, you know, she is a creative person though. She does nails and has her own little nail business and stuff. So
Yeah.
she's got a creative outlet, which is all I really cared about. I'm like, just find something you really care about so that you can,
Right.
you know, who knows what you can do with that. It's pretty hot these days. People are getting paid a lot of money to put some fancy nails on some famous people.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I love it. I love that she's into something, and I love that my kid is into skateboarding. I love that they love something. I'd be really worried if they were just like video game, because it's happened a few times from the pandemic where I go in my son's room and I'm like, hey man, it's been like 4 or 5 hours. You want to come downstairs? Yeah, in a minute. He just doesn't. I'm like, okay, you gotta go, dude. You gotta put it down. And he looks at me like I've looked at people that are trying to tell me to put the alcohol down. I'm like, oh shit, you're addicted.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a minute, all right? I'm like, what? Are you angry at me for asking you to stop playing video games for 6 hours?
I can stop at any time.
Yeah, this doesn't own me. I'm like, it fucking totally does. But I could tell skateboarding and soccer, same as to me, skateboarding and alcohol. I would have been worse, but if I can't drink all day, I got to go skate.
I
So
tried a couple times.
To skate?
Drink all day.
Didn't work out.
Nah, it doesn't work.
It does get boring.
It gets boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a pro skateboarder, that life, you get hurt, and I'd be like, well, if I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything and I still get paid to skate, I should just get wasted all day.
Yeah. Good
And
excuse.
it was fun in America because you've got a lot of other friends that also are skateboarders and get wasted with you all day. But when I moved back to Australia and was doing that, it was the loneliest time in my life. It was the worst. I mean, I hit rock bottom over there because it was by myself all the time. Everybody, I'd call, hey man, want to hang out? And they're like, I've got a job, dude. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. I'm going to go fucking to the beach. And yeah, nobody could. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to live my weird rock star life by myself and party in hotel rooms by myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were fun. Not
Fun.
really.
Fun.
Prostitutes are your only friends when it comes to that.
Aw.
Yeah.
In
And
certain
they
ways,
can't be trusted.
In certain ways, they're not really your friends.
Right, because they robbed me.
Certain ways. Yeah. Not. They are in one way.
Yeah,
You know.
in the most obvious way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Very good friends.
For money
Yeah.
and drugs. That's how I bonded with a lot of prostitutes in Australia.
Over drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy your drugs. And then they were like more my friend for a while
Uh-huh.
till the drugs ran out.
Uh-huh.
Sad times. Anyway. I'm like, wow. I did not mean that.
Rob, let me ask you another actor question.
Go ahead.
I wonder about. I think like most of us don't really think about the kind of stuff that you do as like a business. Like you go, oh, that guy's in these kinds of movies, as if you get like the menu in the beginning of the year of all the movies that are coming out, and you just get to
Right.
pick the ones that you're in.
Right.
Is there a movie that you like either saw a script for or tried out for or whatever? Not to take anything away from the person who was in the movie, but is there a particular movie that we all know that you're like, fuck, man, I really wanted to. I would have been really. I really wish that had been me.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and then every single time when I see the movie, I'll be like, oh no, this was good casting. This was the right, and I know why. It's like, oh, it wasn't because I wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
It was because they have this certain quality that I just don't have.
Josh Peck has actually, the actor Josh Peck has said that in this very room, that it's made him feel better about missing out on roles when he's been cast in something and then they're casting, say, the female lead or whatever.
Yeah.
And he sees somebody who's like, oh, that person's awesome. And they don't get it. He goes, oh, that person's awesome too.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the third person's awesome. And they go, they just picked that brand of awesome. It's not good or bad. It's flavors.
Yeah, the first time that happened to me was 40-Year-Old Virgin. I had a great audition. Like, I just killed it.
For the Steve Carell role?
Yeah. No, not for the Steve Carell role. For
his friend.
His boss, who ended up being played by Jane Lynch.
And
so that was the perfect, that's how I figured it out. Like, of course, well, they didn't, this is a way better idea.
yes.
To go with
you are
somebody like
you are no Jane Lynch.
I'm never, ever going to bring that Jane Lynch vibe.
Right.
And so that made me realize that it's not because of anything that I'm lacking, you know? And then from then on, it just became a lot easier. So much so that I don't really remember. Nothing really sticks in my head.
But has it ever happened where somebody got that role and you watched a movie and you were like, oh, you guys fucked up. You should have got me.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You wouldn't say it if you really felt that way.
Well, you don't have to say
I know.
the name.
I would.
But if you say
I
what
would.
movie,
You don't have to say the movie either.
No, I don't think so.
one of the guys in the Joaquin Phoenix movie, Her, you could have been better than. I think he's the only man. In that.
Yeah, I feel like if it's comedy, podcast, skateboarding, where someone isn't as good, and I had a chance to do that spot, that would bum me out.
No, I don't know. I've seen movies that I could have been in
Mhm.
had I auditioned for them and thought I could have been better.
Okay.
But no, never that. I don't. And I may have. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I just
Well, that's
don't
good.
remember. Yeah.
It's not stuck in your craw, so to speak.
No. That's the thing. Like, if you can't be an actor, you can't be a sane actor and have things like that, burn you up.
I imagine there are, though.
I'm sure,
Insane actors?
It just
Gotta
must be. Oh well, yeah. It just must be like just so exhausting to live that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
I know
know?
someone who's in entertainment who goes to like a life coach guru kind of person that they share with some really big name actors. And and they shared that insight with me that a lot of really, really super duper famous people are super duper bummed out about the roles they didn't have or what they haven't done with. And it's like, fuck, if you've won like 11 Emmys and you're shitty about what you've accomplished, what hope do the rest of us have?
Yeah, it's weird to me. It's
Yeah.
weird.
It also makes sense, though. I feel like some people
Well, psychologically, it makes
get
sense.
into
Yeah.
just being an overachiever, which
Mhm.
means if anything slips through the cracks, you find it difficult.
Yeah.
That's the flip side of the dark side of the drive.
Yeah, because I feel like I've had that before where I take shit for granted. Like, I really try to appreciate things that happen to me, good or bad now. And I, at one point, was very clearly go. And then as soon as whatever it is done, I'm already like, okay, what do I do next?
Yes.
I'm not even rejoicing for 1 second about something that I probably put a year into and it happened. And I'm like, okay, but what do I got to do? And I'm like, dude, try to remember your illiterate ass just did this fucking thing that nobody, like, be proud of yourself.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is, right? Because you just want to keep going.
Because also while you're doing that thing for a year, it feels just like a job. You don't feel like it's anything exalted or worth like any extra praise than just like good job at work today.
Right.
And so yeah, I think I'm the same way. I just kind of just keep going through it.
It's kind of the thing that you have to be that kind of an achiever in the first place is just you just want to achieve.
Well,
So it
I
keeps
don't-
you drive.
I used to be that. I feel like I've slowed down,
Is it more relaxing to exist like that?
Yes.
Right. I
Yeah,
bet.
it's fine. I mean, I worry sometimes that like it, I might not realize it when it's all over because, there's fucking, it's not usually a steady climb journey for us,
Yeah.
so I might just be like too relaxed about it.
I get it.
But that's kind of a silly worry.
I was
too.
going to say, but that's still part of how you achieve so much is you're like, okay, let's be rational here and not be so stressed about what's happening all the time. but you've still got that part of you that's like, hey man, don't get too fucking relaxed. Like you can never just be like, hey, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You're always a little.
Or sometimes I'm like, wow, the last 3 months I've been way too relaxed, and I'll feel terrible about it.
And then you'll get it into gear.
Yeah, and I'll jump into gear.
Have you ever done a project where one of your co-stars was method?
To the point where they're only in character all the time?
Yeah.
No.
Call me Smitty.
No, but there's different levels of, I've worked with some great actors who don't like to joke around as much between takes because they're still in sort of like focused on the scene. And if the scene isn't this jokey, nothing scene, then they're really focused. And I have to remind myself not to distract them. But that's about as methody as.
Have you done that where you've distracted them and they're like, can you not be funny, please?
No, everybody's really polite. They're like, it's me. I realize like, oh, fuck, I just ruined this guy's flow. I got to back up a little bit.
I feel like being around a method person would annoy me.
Oh, I think to the point where, I heard like, what was the Matthew McConaughey movie with, was it not Joaquin Phoenix? Was it Joaquin Phoenix? No, it was Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, Dallas Buyers
Club.
Yeah.
How it was on the last day when they were like, all right, that's a wrap on the movie, that they shook hands and said, nice to meet you. Because they had both of them were always in character. And that's always stuck with me. Like, wow, I had an acting teacher early on that was like, well, that's not acting. And he didn't explain it much beyond that. But it was like, the trick is to start it on a dime and stop it on a dime.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I thought.
That's, for me, the skill of it.
Yeah, if you can only get into that character once, and if you break it in between scenes, you can't find yourself back in. Yeah, it does seem like
but then again, I'm no Jared Leto. I will never be as talented as he is. So who knows? I guess it's just different for everybody.
I mean, that documentary where
Are you joking?
Jared Leto?
Yeah. Isn't it Jared Leto?
Jared Leto? I don't know.
You think he's more talented than you?
Yeah, I think at what he does, sure.
At
I
acting.
think I'm fucking funnier than he is.
Right. Okay.
But
so you are impressed by his acting skills?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I actually think he's underrated because he's so sort of unlikable and frankly disliked by a lot of people that
Right.
people
He is?
will. Yes.
I think people clown on him for being in. Is it 30 Seconds to Mars? Is that his band?
No, that's
He's in kind of like an emo band.
Yeah.
isn't it a pretty successful band?
Only Keanu gets away with that. In my book.
Dogstar sucked, and he was just the bass
I don't
player.
care. He was like cool about it.
Yeah.
He was just in the background.
Yeah, he was. I can't remember anything he's done musically. Like I don't remember hearing
Keanu or Jared Leto?
Keanu.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I think the highlight of their career was that they maybe were on the bottom of a couple of bills and festivals. I know I saw them on maybe Letterman when he was still on NBC because it was completely unremarkable. He was the bassist in a completely unremarkable indie rock band.
Yeah.
So just once you got beyond the fact of, oh my God, Keanu is holding a bass guitar.
I just kind of I read an article about them once, and I liked that and the interview was all the lead singer and the guitarist. And Keanu barely said anything.
Yeah.
And they remarked on that, the interviewer, and they were like, oh yeah, no, he's not, he's always like that. He's always sort of hiding behind us at shows, and he's just does this because he loves the bass, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Isn't that like who's the guy that was in Sling Blade? What's his name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton had the band, and he would refuse. He would tell people, because I had to interview him once, and I wasn't allowed to talk about him.
Yeah.
I only had to talk about the band, and it's just some weird country band. I don't know. I mean, blue. I don't even know what it was, but it was very not a popular genre of music. I wasn't bad, wasn't that good either. And I'm like, an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you for an hour about this shitty song.
There's a couple of videos of interviews with Billy Bob Thornton during that period, probably, where he just wants to talk about the band.
And he gets really annoyed if you
so annoyed.
Yeah.
He's so cantankerous. It's funny.
What does cantankerous mean?
Cantankerous means easily or upset. Cantankerous is I can only, whenever anybody asks me to define something that I always have to be like, I always have to act it out. So get off my lawn. That's
Yeah.
that's
Thank you.
cantankerous.
It's easily angered in a rootin' tootin' kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's intimidating. Like you could tell when he got in there that he was already angry at me for potentially asking him about who he is and not the band. I'm like, I'm gonna do what they asked.
Doing the band.
Yeah.
Did he warm up? Did he?
Fuck no. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was one of those ones where I was like, how much longer do we have to do this? Because you don't like me and I'm running out of country songs questions.
What's your favorite chord?
Yeah, it was tough. And he talks slow and disinterested in himself. You know, like I'm like, so the band, you know, like a new single, and it's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, I remember it being awkward as fuck.
Yeah. He's usually like, in this other interview I've seen, like he's like, yeah, what do you want to know? And they're like, well, what made you want to do music? What made me want to do music?
Yeah, right. I know.
Like that's it. He's just repeating back the question in an annoyed way.
Scaring the shit out of.
Yes.
Because most of these people.
It's probably his thing because he's probably afraid to do those things.
Yeah.
You're never 100% comfortable.
Yeah.
Good news.
that
Billy
situation.
Bob wants to be on your show, but you can't ask him about acting or his music.
Yeah, and he doesn't like you. Go.
Yeah.
Definitely don't bring up the blood files and go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was probably just really high for the blood vial thing, right? Because he seemed kind of more approachable when he was on drugs.
Yeah. I don't know.
There was a window there where it looked like,
Yeah.
hey, he's cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
Got
It's
too
just,
cool.
It's just odd when people agree to do press that they clearly don't want to do for things that they really don't need to be promoting in the first place. I can understand somebody who's like took the paycheck and now needs to go out and sell the turd.
It's contractual.
Yeah. But it's like nobody's forcing you to talk to anybody about you could just keep on putting those songs on MySpace and get along with your day.
This shitty band together.
It was a weird thing.
Yeah.
He seems unhappy a
Yeah,
lot.
fuck him.
Okay. I guess that was building. We were
Yeah.
building to that. weren't we?
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
I
dude?
mean,
One time I was having Thanksgiving dinner at a restaurant tucked away in Santa Barbara, and 3 generations of Streisands walked out, followed by Billy Bob Thornton. And I've always wondered what they talked about over that Thanksgiving dinner.
horrible.
What?
It was so odd. This attractive, very young, like 20, whatever woman comes out, and then a woman walks out behind her, and you go, oh my God, the family resemblance is so uncanny. That's just clearly a daughter and her mother. Wow, you would know, you could pick them out of a lineup. And then a fucking third one walks out, and you go, and that's the grandmother. Wow, I've never seen such a... Wait, hold on a fucking second. That's Barbara Streisand and her kid and her kid's kid. And then Billy Bob Thornton came out, and they all walked out the door. And I guess grandmother, mom, and granddaughter Streisand had broke Thanksgiving bread with Billy Bob Thornton at this restaurant in Santa Barbara. And what the fuck did they talk about?
No.
Weird.
Maybe his band. He put
Remember-
his place down the lawn.
Finally, you could talk about his band.
Remember Melissa Etheridge
I wasn't there that day, actually.
liked me?
I heard about that.
She gave me it was really weird. So I think I might have touched on being bi or something I let out, but she liked me and gave me her phone number after the interview, and I was like, what?
Amazing.
She's like, yeah, we should hang out and have like a
We should
lunch
go
or
to
whatever.
fuck parties.
I didn't, she didn't say that. But I did think that it was maybe something
Yeah.
like that. And then I think it was because her son skates, and she thought maybe being my friend would excite him. And I think she found out that he's like, yeah, I don't really care who
Wow.
Jason
Is
Ellis
she
is.
bi?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think
just thought
she's
it
a
was-
lesbian. Remember,
Yeah.
she had that big career renaissance that happened
That's
to
what I
coincide
thought.
with her.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah,
When
she
people
had a-
found out "Come to My Window" was about a girl, somehow that made it a better song.
She had a wife because she was
Okay,
inviting me to
okay.
come and hang out with her
Oh,
partner.
all right.
Yeah. And and then I was like, we exchanged text messages, and every time I'm like, she's gonna figure out that
Yes.
this is not gonna work, and then
It's
she
too
figured
weird.
it out.
Yeah.
It's a
Remember Joe Perry wanted to hang out with you?
Yes. Yeah, he invited me to
From
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
What?
Yeah. He's got to come. I'm like, what? Where? Switzerland. I'm like, what?
Now?
It almost, kind of. It's this big commune.
He might have needed to take a nap before he went to Switzerland, but
Yeah,
right
man.
after that,
Oh God, sounds exhausting.
It was terrifying. I was
Oh,
like,
you went?
fuck no.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
This guy's, it's like, do you want to stay at Lemmy's house? No. I love Lemmy, but I don't want to go. I'll die. I felt like over Switzerland, that's where I was going to die.
Oh,
He was drinking coconut water, trying to get back because he'd been raging all night. I'm like, what are you, fucking 65? And you're raging all night? And then you're like, hey, come to Switzerland. I'm like, I got a bad heart. Like, I'm not, no, I don't want to. And it sounds so cool that this is actually happening, but no fucking way.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go either.
Yeah, he got the wrong, once again, same with Melissa Etheridge. They got the wrong guy.
I'd feel bad about it though. Do you
By
feel
saying
bad
no-
about
no,
saying
fuck no.
No, you know. I feel like, I missed an opportunity because I don't want to hang out with people.
I don't know
depends-
how you feel about famous people, but sometimes to me, it sounds really cool. But in the end, when you actually spend time with them, I don't have that much in common. And now I'm doing this because you're famous.
Yeah,
And it took me a minute to realize
yeah.
I don't care.
I like hanging out with people that I meet working with on set, famous people that I'm working with,
Yeah.
right? And but that's different. You become friends with them. But like, I've been asked to hang out with two people I barely knew or something, and I made an excuse just because I can't. There's no reason to go just because they're famous.
Did The Rock invite you to Switzerland?
No, he didn't invite me anywhere. That motherfucker
Whoa.
didn't invite me anywhere. And I kept dropping hints like free for Christmas.
Yeah. You would want to go to his house for Christmas?
No.
I was going to say.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys, you guys were not similar, right?
What do you mean? No.
You and The Rock don't have a
we
lot
don't.
in common?
Well, no. I mean, not.
Your dads?
We had, yeah. I mean, I feel like we had enough in common to be friends, but we never hung out.
It just gets, sometimes this happens and I become a friend of somebody, and yes, it was a good idea. But I've also found that a lot of times I go, yeah, I'll take you up on that. Who wouldn't take you up on that? And then I go and I'm like, I don't fit in.
Yeah.
I feel awkward. This is heavy lifting. Next time you invite me, I'm not going because this is more of a, I went to Marilyn Manson's house last night. I'm like,
I was just gonna bring Marilyn Manson up. Like he was like, come on over. Yeah, you gotta come over.
Oh, he tried to get
To
you
you?
to go over.
Yeah.
He does it to me too.
Get the fuck out of here.
I can't.
Have we talked about this before?
I don't
Because
think we have.
I've heard other people say the same exact thing. I think he likes funny people. He really likes funny people.
Okay.
So and so he puts himself in places where funny people will be, and then starts at like a texting relationship with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Just
Yeah.
kept texting me.
Nothing bad, but it was just very odd.
Yeah, he
Yep.
was texting Jason one time, like constantly on the air, like, while we were doing the show. And he sent you a picture of something. And you were
Yeah.
like, what do I send back to this? And we landed on the Silence of the Lambs dance. So Jason tucked his dick between his legs, and we took a picture and sent it to him. And I don't think he texted you for the rest of the show.
He sent me a picture once of him late at night. Wow. Late at night watching TV in a dark room.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll send me ones of just him walking in the dark by himself. I'm like, that's creepy.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is that him just like,
Maybe we
I'm
blew it.
lonely, come hang out?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Is that his way of being like, I'm
Oh.
so alone? Look, I'm just
I
watching
don't-
TV by myself?
I never understood 80% of it. Like, right,
Yeah.
Katie? I would get text messages and I'm like, I don't even know what you do with that. Like, what do I, cool or help me or do you need help? I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Nice tried.
Yeah, they don't have, a lot of them were scary.
Oh,
And
really?
Some were,
I never got that.
some were photos of stuff where I was like, oh,
Like what?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Big turds.
I don't text him anymore because of all that
Yeah.
stuff with girls.
Yeah.
So I no longer return the text message, and I think he kind of got the hint now. But
Yeah.
it was just sometimes stuff where looked like he was making a racist joke, but I don't know if it was like it was like, you're a guy that I don't think it's that funny.
No.
You're kind of scaring me. Like, is this a sincere thing? Are we trying to bond on this? Because I'm out. Like,
You're
big
right.
time. You got
Yeah.
the wrong guy. I know I got a lot of tattoos.
Right.
Are you shock rocking me via text, or is this who you really are?
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed sometimes where I was like, I can't play that. I can't.
Yeah, I
be
think
about
he's
it.
just kind of an odd person that doesn't have. He's socially a bit awkward. So
Yeah, and I went to his birthday, and that's what happened. I went to his birthday. He's like, "You got to come to my birthday," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, it's a bad move.
It was a bad move.
Yeah.
I felt really awkward, and then at one point, I don't know if I can. I don't care. At one point, I don't do drugs anymore for a lot of reasons, but it was a couch. I don't want to say the names, but there was like 4 or 5 people that were all really famous,
Yeah.
like rock star people, and Marilyn gave me a straw, and I'm like, what's this for? And then the plate comes up in front of me, and it's these 5 famous people, and they've all got a straw.
Celebrity cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like, do some of my celebrity cocaine. And I was like, okay. And I did the thing, and then I immediately turned back to my wife, and I was like, I just did fucking cocaine. We got to get out of here. I freaked the fuck out and got out of there. But
Yeah. You
I was like, I can't go. I cannot go. That's not, I'll die.
You had to do it though.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
It was,
I can't.
you know what I mean? They
fault
were
you.
all like, well,
Yeah.
then go on. And I was like,
I mean, they were staring at you.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, Don Rickles, Rich Little.
it was like,
When
what's
Dolly
it?
Parton hands you a Coke straw, you
It was-
do the Coke.
It was Smashing Pumpkins guy and a whole lady.
The whole lady.
Yeah, there was some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Wow,
Gotta do
James
the-
Eha and Melissa Vanderelf.
Yep. That's it. That's them. Huge fan. Huge fan.
I do like that at like celebrity birthday parties. There's just a community pile, and you just. It's like when you go to the tiki bar and they get that one giant drink with like 7 straws in it, and everybody just takes turns.
like a scorpion bowl.
Yeah. It's a scorpion bowl of cocaine.
It's
They were
nice.
really
It's kinda
fancy
cool.
straws too. That was the other reason why I couldn't say no.
Sure.
I was like, wow, this is made for cocaine.
Hey,
Yeah.
you live to tell the tale. Hey, Rob, you mentioned The Rock. We were talking about him on this show a week or two ago. How close to, like, The Rock and Tom Cruise are people we're talking about who
Right.
we perceive as being sort of always on. How close to off did you ever see him, if ever?
Oh, yeah, I saw him off. Yeah, and he's actually what you would imagine that guy that you see on screen being when he's like tired or not having a good day. Yeah, he's just
So you think he does like stub his toe and go like, fuck, shit,
sure.
fuck.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've noticed, but at the beginning, I loved moments of when I first was working with him, moments of humanity, where I started to realize like, oh, this guy's just a normal dude. Like we got into a car, me and this other guy, and it was a car like a van with seats facing each other, and the van was supposed to drive into this beautiful house, in front of this beautiful house, and he poked his head in to get in, and he was like, "Oh, we got to switch seats, guys. I can't ride backwards." And I was like, and we were both like, "Aw, come on, get over there. You're gonna ride frontwards. Come on, we got you." And
How
he goes,
far were
"Oh,
you going
fuck
backwards
you guys?"
for?
Like, not long, not far at all. Like,
Right.
he gets motion sick, I guess. And he was talking about afterwards, like, you guys are gonna the first thing you're gonna mention on a podcast or some shit. And here I am. But yeah, he was right. Right again, Dwayne. Right again.
All joking aside, would you vote for him for president?
No. No, I told him to his face I wouldn't.
Why did that come up?
Did he beat you up?
Did he tell you that he was
Because it was
subject?
during Ballers that he was like that rumor first came up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how somebody on set, maybe a crew member mentioned it, and he just kind of like smiled and was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Just so you know, I'm not voting for you." And we joked about it.
But you weren't joking.
But no, I wasn't joking.
Right.
He knew I wasn't joking. Like, he's also not running. That was sort of the implied joke.
He wouldn't, is what you got.
No,
Okay, good.
I don't. Well, at least him 5 years ago wouldn't.
Right. Things can change.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, I think it's good that he doesn't think that he should be.
I mean,
I wish somebody with a brain thought they should be.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Don't give up hope, Michael.
Yep.
Somebody with a brain will get here.
someday
Someone's going to save us, right?
Yep.
We're going to be fine.
everything's gonna be fine.
Somebody's going to weld this
We've been
nation
here
back
before.
together.
Yeah.
We've been here
With some
before.
sparklers.
It's probably Rob and I.
What, like 1830?
We've been here in the 70s, and then Jimmy Carter came and made everything
Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Did he?
Mhm.
I wasn't here. Okay.
A peanut in every pot.
Didn't Jimmy make the solar panels on the White House and then they took them down?
Oh,
Something like
probably.
that,
That
yeah.
sounds like Jimmy Carter. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like him. And that was during a gas crisis, so it was the smartest thing ever. And
And
If
they
you're a
didn't-
pussy, yeah.
Right.
right.
It was a pussy decision.
It's not a good look in,
No.
in 1975.
The
Trying
sun
to-
is for pussies.
Trying to conserve energy.
Yeah.
He seemed like a good guy, but I wasn't around for it.
You know what? I've heard somebody was on a flight, a commercial flight, and he got on the flight. They were like, ladies, and where we have a Jimmy Carter, we had to be told or something. There was like, he still has a Secret Service guy or something with him, but he walked up and down the aisles, shaking everybody's hand,
Nice.
saying that it was nice to meet them. And I've heard other stories like that. Like, he's just the best, the most real, like,
Yeah.
the kind of president you'd really want if they let him.
Too good to
Too
be
good.
president.
Too-
Is
yeah,
sort,
isn't
sort of
he-
seems to be the
yeah.
knock on
Isn't he
him.
the same age as the president right now?
Oh my God, is he
Could he not run again?
Not too far off.
Right? It's not that. It's not
I would
that-
say the arm wrestle's a toss
Not
up.
too far off.
Right?
Because I think,
arm wrestle for those
Biden
two.
was Biden was
That's some
in
bone
office
breaking
when
action
he
right
was-
there.
Yeah.
when he was president.
Fucking dual arthritis ripping into each other.
Oh yeah.
Man, I would love to watch a geriatric arm wrestling league.
Thank God somebody finally said it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd rather watch the somebody come too fast in porn. That sounds better to me.
Yeah.
Just a compilation of
Yeah.
people that
I'm
come
with
too
Jason,
quick.
and not just because he's the host,
Right.
only because your idea was shitty.
It's real dumb.
Yeah.
That's good. That's solid reasoning.
Do you have any fart or shit your pants humor to throw in there while you're at it? We're almost done. Did you shit yourself recently? I love that you have to think about it. I saw you
You must have had a scare.
yesterday.
At least a scare.
I've had scares, yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I've been good.
Oh,
I've
You
been
ever think about like
pooping
just
in a toilet like a big boy.
be
Huh.
careful when you fart?
They're so sneaky.
Uh,
It's like I would have sworn my life that was a fart. How did I shit my pants?
sure.
wait till you get a little older. I feel like that makes it more of a potential disaster.
I've heard that.
I've
'Cause
had
I think-
experiences.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
We
farted.
don't have to wrap up just yet, Rob.
I farted in a sauna once with Katie,
Oh no.
and I
Horrible.
shit my pants, and I had the swimming trunks that have like the underwear inside them,
Oh, the mesh.
and I went to the bathroom and ripped
Oh,
the
no.
mesh out and flushed it in the toilet and wore
Oh.
the shorts, no problem.
That's a great idea.
And then I put the shorts back in there, and then a couple weeks later, Dingo went in there and didn't have shorts, so he was like, "Just let me get Jason's." So he wore my shitty
That's
pants.
so funny. I just
Oh.
realized that every time I shit something, it just goes right in the trash. It's 100% washable.
Nah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just that it's now been
I can't take it with me.
it's been what?
I can't take my shitty pants with me. I've put them in a bag and take them to the house to
oh yeah, if
wash
you're
them.
not home.
Yeah.
That's
But
it.
even
shit-
if you
if you
are
shit your
home, the
pants
shit,
at home.
the shit
No.
may be gone, but the memory remains.
No, exactly. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're
a
done.
humiliation.
Uh-huh.
These pants now humiliate.
I don't want to see
me.
those pants ever again. They
Yeah.
remind me of the time I shit myself.
Yeah, I don't want to big time anybody, but I can afford to replace all the underwear I shit in.
I the first like month I was living with my now wife, we were engaged, and we were watching TV, and I farted and shit myself.
Wow.
And so then I just immediately did that thing where you grab both sides,
To seal
your
it.
whole undercarriage to seal it, and then you sort of waddle over to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she was like, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing? I was like, I'll tell you in a minute. And I went in and cleaned myself up. And then I walked out. And she was still like, couldn't wait. And I was like, yeah, well, I just shit myself a little bit.
Yeah.
I farted, but it wasn't just a fart.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of shit. And she was like, what? Like, this is the first time she's ever heard of it. I was like,
That could happen to a girl.
Wow.
I guess. And I was like, yeah, that never happened to you. She's like, fuck no.
Yeah. Didn't
I was
make
like,
you feel good, did it?
Okay. Well, just so you know, this is probably a one-time-a-year thing for me. So you might want to decide whether you want to buy this ticket now.
Yeah. Is it a one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
But it happened.
That would be 20 times in the. No, I don't.
That's
I
a
don't-
fair average. I
No,
feel like
it's
once
not.
a year.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, it feels like that, but I would say I'm probably biannually.
Okay, does it count if you catch it with your ass cheeks?
What the fuck
Yes.
is happening?
Like
Yes.
if you shart, but it
No.
doesn't ruin your underpants. You
Yeah.
catch it in your butt cheeks and you go to the
Still,
bathroom
yeah.
and a solid couple of wipes and you're in the clear.
No.
Nope.
No, that
doesn't
counts
count?
as shit in your pants.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you're Perry dogging, you're sharting.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, once a year, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah. It's not.
I
but
one
yeah.
time, you'll appreciate this, Rob. When I
I'm sure. I will.
As a guy that shits his pants every year, you're gonna love it.
100% positive.
Yeah.
when I first started working for the Howard Stern show in New York, I sharted
Oh my god.
and shit my pants at work.
Oh my god.
They would have loved
I
that.
thought
right?
you were just gonna
Well-
say you were the bathroom guy or something. Like you were the guy that shit all over the bathroom wall.
Howard Stern
Oh, no, no,
shit
no.
on me.
Go.
So I go to the bathroom and I went into the stall and luckily it didn't breach past the underwear. Like so
Yeah.
there was no like stains on my ass of my pants.
Right.
Just the underwear. So I threw them out. So I walked out of the stall and threw them into the collective bin that everybody throws the little towels in.
Boy.
And I look over and it's Steve Langford from the Howard 100 News.
Yes.
And he pinched me and they wrote a news story about it.
Yeah.
So there was a news story. The news
Yep.
covered me shitting my pants and broadcasted to millions of people.
I would say that was a slow news day, but I think that was like
Yeah.
that's
was-
how you win a Pulitzer at Howard
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They were like, we've got the scoop.
Those guys took it very seriously, right?
Oh
Steve
my
Hey,
God.
man, you
Langford
shit
and,
yourself on the Howard Stern show. You're gold.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
They're like, forget about Madonna. We got to talk about Kevin shitting his pants today.
yeah. If you're not Richard and you just kind of own it and celebrate it, then
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Wow. I feel better about my anus right now, you guys. Like I've shit myself a couple of times.
So what happens if you feel
That's
a
it.
fart that you're on the fence about? Do you just go fart in the toilet?
I don't do it.
No.
Where does it go?
I've done a fart where I've gone, and
Where does
then
it go?
right as what the
What do you
fuck?
fuck? It goes away.
Yeah, it like goes back in your stomach or
Yeah.
something.
That's so uncomfortable though.
Versus poo in my pants.
Okay, well, if you feel like you have to fart, but you're like, this could be a fart, this could be a shart, and you don't want to press your luck, you won't just go fart in the toilet, you just hold it in.
If I can get to a toilet because I think that I'm gonna shit my pants, yeah, I'm gonna do that before I fart for sure. That's a crazy move, is to be like, I feel like I really need to fart, but it seems like an upset
Go
tummy
on.
fart. There's no way I'm doing that in my pants right now.
I think we've zeroed in on your issue
Yeah.
with farting.
Yeah, you don't mind, 50-50. You're like, I could shit my pants, I might not shit my pants. And you just do it.
I'm a gambling man.
How's that working out for you? I already know the answer. Fucking shitty. Like maybe opt to fucking hold it in next time, sounds like.
Yeah,
You have bumble gut a lot.
I do. I have a very sensitive stomach. I probably have IBS. So,
Isn't that weird? Why don't you want to admit it? Because it sounds bad or something.
well, I probably do. I just have never been diagnosed.
Could you go to a doctor and get it checked out and then they could do something to remedy?
I could, but I always fear they're going to do that gatekeeper thing where it's like, oh, yeah, we'll find out if you have IBS. Just pay me $50. Go to this guy, pay him $50. He's going to send you another guy.
Yeah.
And then he's not going to be covered by insurance. And
I
then you
get
have
it.
to pay.
I get it, dude. But as a person that is I mean, I'm getting a colonoscopy. I got to get MRIs because I'm going to Colombia to get stem cells and getting MRIs. They're like, because I'm getting them on both wrists, both knees, and both ankles. And they're like, oh, we can only do it one at a time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Could I talk to my doctor and then he could talk to you about not seeing you 6 times and just once or twice maybe? And she's like, yeah, call your doctor. And I'm in the middle of trying to get this dude to call me back to tell them that I can do it. And I can't get him to do it. And I know this is like
it's a thing, yeah.
It's like a big thing. It's going to be a big thing. Doctors are hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. I'm just going to assume, and rightly so, that I have IBS.
Well, then you should assume it's a shit every time.
It's almost,
there you go.
You're going to shit your pants every time you fart. That's how you should look at it. Do you have trouble holding? It sounds like you made Rob and I feel like we have a superpower in our anus by not shitting ourselves. Sorry, Rob, because I know you shit yourself, but
Mine's
like,
a minor. I'm like a sidekick.
Most farts are farts. If it's not that for you, I would never fart with my pants on.
Always just take your pants off to fart.
I don't feel like my anus is like a fart savant, but I'm totally able to do the thing that you seem to think is out of reach for an average human.
Yeah.
I feel like.
What about this? You said that you can lock your poo before it comes out by clenching your cheeks. How about clenching your cheeks before you fart and stopping the whole thing from happening?
Do a clinch fart?
Oh. No. Wow, he doesn't even
clinch fart.
That's a dangerous thing to do.
Really pinch your ass tight and try to push a fart out at the same time.
No, I'm saying don't fart.
No. Oh, well, come on. I got to live life.
Shit your pants in.
Yeah.
There's literally no way around it. He's just demonstrated that.
Yeah, now that you've explained it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You should just shit your pants on the show.
I mean, we keep this going long enough. It'll happen.
If you feel like you have a scary fart, tell us, and then let's get like cameras and everybody will do a slow-mo and we'll get a drum roll, and then you can fart. And then if you shit your pants, we'll like have like those little party thing. You pull it, and everybody's so stoked.
Yeah.
Sure.
Does Depend sponsor podcasts?
They do.
Have you ever worn diapers?
For the show you have.
Yes,
That's a real
I have.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the show, not for anything practical.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I should be doing.
Sounds like it.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to just have some in your house.
Unless shitting your pants is not a thing. Like it doesn't really bug you.
Seems-
It bugs me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you could admit it. That's the
Yeah.
first step. Now, close your fucking ass, shitty. What the hell? Such a weird fucking adult conversation that we're having. I was like, man, I've shit my pants,
40
Rob.
minutes.
Hey, welcome to the show, dude.
How about an hour ago you were like, well, we're almost done.
I couldn't help it. He's always got a gold one every time.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is just turn to him and yeah, actually. Off it goes.
I just want to make you guys feel better.
All right, Rob, thanks for being here and driving down here. That's fucking crazy. You're a man of your celebrity status and how busy you are. But also, I know you're the kind of guy that would drive like 3 hours and stand in the rain to watch some asshole get the shit beaten out of him.
Yeah.
So you're a fucking dedicated guy.
I'll drive anywhere.
I won that for you, dude. I felt
I know
like
you did.
I was getting beat. I'm like, wow, these people drove out and it's cold and raining, and I'm just gonna lose in front of
that's great.
everybody.
Well, I'm glad I could be there for you.
I could
extra
feel
motivation.
I could feel there was at least 10 people there that were way out of their league for being there, and I was like, man, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I had
And
a blast, man. It was so much fun. It was freezing cold, but it was fun.
it was
I'm so fucking bone cold.
Look, out of all the MMA like things I've been to, that was the shittiest one. And I'm like, that's my fight. Like at the shittiest venue, at the shittiest.
That was not bad. It would have been great if it were
inside
not raining.
warm. Yeah. And you had a suit on too, which was
Sure. Of course I did.
of
course I did. It was a
professional.
prize fight. I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm a fucking gentleman.
I remember not being able to remember a lot of stuff because I got hit a lot, and I saw you when I came out of the cage, and I was like, "You got a fucking suit on!" Like, was there a red carpet that I missed? Like, you look so shiny.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah,
It was for you.
That was fucking cool, dude. Thank you." Ever roller skated?
Yeah, here and there.
Thinking about starting a roller derby tournament.
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to figure out a better way to do that pitch next time. That one didn't
Yep,
work.
no interest. Thank you.
You could be an announcer or something.
Thank you for asking.
What about if you wore a suit and came and watched?
Oh, now we're talking. Yeah, I'd definitely come and watch.
We'll have a red carpet this time, so the suit fucking really pops.
I don't need it.
All
Let's just be
I'm getting
fucking
Getty images
gentlemen.
there for sure. Just got to get an angle of you in the suit
Getty-
while I'm roller derbying. Action. Come on down.
That sounds fun.
It-
Comedy roller derby.
Yeah,
Roller derby. It's
yeah,
hard to
but
say.
with different rules. More
yeah.
physical.
Yeah,
no
because I
offense
always
to
wonder
roller
if-
derby.
If that's not real, I always wonder if it's real, right?
Yeah.
Roller derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's like fouls and stuff.
Okay.
Like there's certain things you can't do. Not at this one.
Oh.
You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
I definitely can't do that.
Sweep the leg, whatever.
No.
Yeah. All right, thanks for being on the show, dude. You're
Thanks for
awesome.
having me.
We love you.
Good seeing you guys.
And
Love
it was
you too.
awesome. See you next week, everybody. Like and subscribe. Patreon if you want to see any more bonus shows. We do 2 a week. I do 2 solo shows a week. Patreon.com/Ellis, mate. Thanks, everybody. Don't die.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro.
Bing, boing, 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 boing.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.